welcome back, and welcome back. Today we are going to be making my ground turkey stir fry. We're going to use some rice cooking wine, some vinegar, some hoisin sauce, garlic, cornstarch, chicken broth. That is a cup of the yellow, red, and orange bell peppers. That is a red onion, a cup of sesame seed. We're going to use some ginger. You can use fresh if you have it, but I'm cooking with everything I already got on hand. As you can see, the vegetables are frozen. And then I'm going to use some ground turkey. Here's your shot of everything we're going to be using to make this delicious dish. Let's get cooking, you guys. All right, let's get this party started. There's a couple ingredients that I didn't show you. And that is going to be, I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of that. And then my Mrs. Dash and my granulated onion. I am going to add this to the dish. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get those onions in there. We're going to let the onions and the bell peppers saute for about 2 to 3 minutes before we put that ground turkey in there, okay? And this is when I'm going to go ahead and add that granulated onion. A couple of tablespoons of that. Because, you know, turkey, the flavor is just not there unless you put it there. And then we're going to get in that Mrs. Dash. About 1.5 tablespoons of that. We're going to give it a zhuzh, and we're going to let this go for a couple of minutes, okay? Get it a little translucent. Get those flavors woken up. And get the party started, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now, all right? So I'm going to let this go for a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got that ground turkey in here. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to brown this baby up. And start the yumminess to happening up in here. This is a real simple dish. You can have this on the table in 30 minutes or less. It is really, really easy. Really simple. Just another way to use your ground turkey. I had a bunch of these in the freezer. And I'm trying to get rid of them. I told you I'm not going out and buying nothing unnecessary. Just grabbing a couple little herbs. Maybe some noodles. I'm trying to get all the stuff out of my pantry and out of my freezer. Work on getting that before I start restocking again for the winter. Like with bears, right? So I'm just going to brown this up and I'm going to baby this meat. I want mine to be in the consistency of like taco meat. So I'm just going to kind of baby it and break it up. So this should take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. And I am cooking on a medium heat if I didn't say that. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. And this is how I baby my meat. I sit up here and I just break it up continuously while flipping it. And that gets me the consistency that I like. It doesn't have to be that way if that's not what you want to do. Do it however you want, but I'm just showing you how I'm doing mine, all right? Okay, so I'm going to continue to baby my meat, brown it up. And I'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, while that ground turkey is still going, let me put this in first. I'm going to put in that whole can of chicken stock broth, whichever one you have. And this is a 14.5 ounce can. I'm going to go ahead and go in with some of this cornstarch. And I'm going to put in a nice heaping full, which is about a little more than 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to whisk that together. All right. And this is the sauce that we're going to put in there, and you can absolutely make more. And you do not have to limit yourself on how much of this you make. Then we're going to go in with the hoisin sauce. You need about 1/4 cup of this. You can always add more. Remember the rule. You can always add more, but you can never take it out. Then we're going to go in with a little bit of this vinegar. And we're going to just put in like 2 teaspoons, which is more like a capful. Don't need much. Okay? You don't need much of the vinegar, just a pinch. So I'd say a capful. Then we're going to go in with some of our rice cooking wine. I always say that wrong, don't I? I mix the words up. And we're going to put in about a tablespoon of this. And mix that up. And our sauce is done. And we're going to pour this over that ground turkey just as soon as it's done. And we've got a couple of minutes left on it, okay? And there is our sauce. There it is. Yes, it's watery now, but it won't be in a minute. All right, I'll be back. Okay, this meat is 1 minute out. I'm going to go in with that garlic at this time. And I'm going to put in 2 nice tablespoons. And that's because I like it. All you need is 1. All right? And that last minute, I'm going to let that garlic get all up and through that meat. Yum, yum, and yum. See the consistency of my meat? You see what I mean when I say taco meat? And you can do this with any meat. All right? Any meat you want. Same ingredients, just a different style of meat. You can do this with ground beef. You can do this with ground pork. You can do this with steak meat. You can do this with anything you want, okay? I'm going to give this a minute, and I'll be back. Okay, we've let this go for that minute. I'm going to go in with that ginger now. And I'm going to put in a good tablespoon of that, okay? You stir that all in and get it all mixed in. Yes, yes, yes. And when you're cooking this in the oil, you can use any oil you want, okay? You can use vegetable oil if you want when you saute up those vegetables. I meant to mention that to you. You can use any oil you want. I like to use extra virgin olive oil simply because it's a oil I'm not going to take out. So since I'm not going to take it out, I kind of like to keep it as fresh as possible. Okay, now we're going to go in with all those juices that we made. Yes, yes, we are. Get all in the pan. We want all of you. Okay? And we're going to let this simmer for 5 minutes. I have not changed the heat. It's still on a medium heat. And we're going to let that go for 5 minutes. Just let it simmer in all those juices. Let everybody get to know one another. Become best friends, okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to let this go for 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. And while we got this going for that 5 minutes, you do need to continuously come and stir. At least every minute, okay? I just wanted to make sure I told you that. Don't just let it sit there, because it will stick. You see how it's already thickening up for us? All right. 2 more minutes to go. I'll be back. All right. That's the thickness that we're looking for. You see that? When it separates and takes a minute to get back to it. There we go. I'm going to plate her up and show you what she looks like. I'll be right back. My co-star has come to the kitchen. Looking for something to eat and just going to lay down in the middle of the floor. Hey, baby. He's ready to eat. Can you tell? Hi, sweetie. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Rub my gut. She is absolutely ready for her close-up. Ground turkey stir fry, topped with green onions and some sesame seeds. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Look at that. Doesn't that make you want some? Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. I'm telling you. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. Know you're going to see Gigi on the next one. Take care, you guys.